Sri Harigurubhyo Namaha. Now let us look at Sloka 49 to 69 of this module. So first let us read the Slokas. Devim Kadga Praharestu Tetam Hantum Prachakramuhu Sapi Devi Tatasthani Shastranyasthani Chandika Leelayaiva Prachicheda Nija Shastastra Varshini Anayasthanana Devi Stuyamana Surarshibhi Umachasura Deheshu Shastranyastrani Cheshwari Sopi Kruddho Dutasatho Devya Vahana Kesari Chacharasura Sainyeshu Vaneshviva Hutashanaha Nishwasan Mumucheyamscha Yuddyamanaranyembika Tayeva Sadya Sambhuta Ganashata Sahasrashaha Yuyuduste Parashubhihi Bindi Palasi Patishaihi Nashayanto Suraganan Devi Shakyupabramhita Avadayanta Patahan Ganashankanstata Pare. Now let us do the Padachedam of Sloka number 49 to 54. So we will look at the each word by word, whichever is possible, from 49 to 54. So Devim Kadgapraharehi tu. So there is a Visargi Sandhi there. Te Tam Hantum Pachakramuhu. So Prachakramuhu is the Kriya Padam. Pachakramuhu is the Kriya Padam. Sapi Devi, Sa api Dirgha Sandhi, Sa api Devi, Tataha Tani, Tatastani, Shastrani, Astrani, Chandika. Leelaya eva prachicheda nija Shastra Astra Varshini. So when you take from the earlier sloka 48, all the Asuras started going towards the Devi. Tam Hantum. So all the Asuras, we saw the Udagra, we saw Chikshura, we saw Chamara, Asiloma. So various Asura Senanis, they went towards the Devim Hantum, Tam Devim Hantum, Prachakramuhu. They went to kill the Devi. In order to kill her, they began to strike her. Sapi Devi, then what did that Devi do? Sa Chandika Devi, Tataha Shastrani Astrani, to counter attack her, their arms and ammunitions or arms and weapons. Devi also sent her arms and weapons, which were 1,000 times more. Leelaya eva, in a very sporting manner, prachicheda. So Devi also showered her weapons. And Nija Shastrastra Varshini, with her own weapons, she counter attacked. And by this counter attack, all the Shastrastram of the Asuras were torn or broken apart or cut into pieces. Prachicheda. So the arms and weapons which was dispersed by the Devi went and cut all the Shastrastras sent by the Asuras. Anayasthanana Devi Stuyamana Surarishibihi. When this happened, this Devi was praised or extolled by the gods and the sages. Devi Sura Rishibihi Stuyamana Anayasthanana. This because the Devi was doing it without any effort and in a very sporting manner, without any tension. That is what is meant by Anayasthanana Devi Stuyamana Sura Rishibihi. Then the Devi was extolled by the Suras and the Rishis. Mumucha Asura Deheshu Cha Shastrani Astrani Cha Ishwari. Again, Ishwari sent her weapons, threw her weapons and arms on the body of the Asuras. Then what happened? Now suddenly from Sa, which is feminine, now we are going to masculine. So here from the, in addition to Devi, who is supporting the Devi is the Devi's Vahana, which is the lion. So Saha Api. So he also Kruddaha. So that lion also, which was very much angry, Kruddaha, having seen all this, Kruddaha Duta Sataha. We have seen this Vidyut Sataha when we did Narsimha Stuti. The same word is coming here. Shaking its mane. Duta Sataha. Kruddaha Duta Sataha. Duta Sataha is shaking the mane. Devyaha of the Devi. Sa Duta Sataha Devyaha Vahana Kesari. Simha. What did that do? That Simha also Chachara Asura Sainyeshu Vaneshu Iva Hutashanaha. So that the Simha also started destroying the Asuras out of anger, and the Asuras were destroyed just like, so Vaneshu Iva. So here there is an Upama. Just like the Hutashanaha is Agni, just like a fire destroying, a wildfire destroying the entire forest, that angry lion of Devi destroyed the Asuras, is the meaning of this sloka. Nishwasan Mumuche Yamscha Yudyamana Rane Ambika Ta eva sadyah sambhuta ganaha shata sahasrashah. Then when this Devi was taking a deep breath, Nishwasan, and the Devi was taking a huge breath or sigh, from the sigh of the Devi, Sambhutaha Ganaha Shatasahasrashah, thousands and thousands of battalions were coming into the fore by just by the sigh of Devi. Then these Gana, what did they, the Gana of the Devi do? Te yuyuduhu sahataute. So Bahuvachanam here. Yuyoda somewhere we saw. Yuyuduhu is Bahuvachanam. So te Gana yuyuduhu. These Ganas of the Devi fought the Asura Ganas. And this Ganas fought by what? By using, this is all Tritiya Vibhakti. Parushubihi Bindipalai Bindipala Asi Pattishaihi. So this is referring to the various types of instruments. So some of them took the axes. Then Bindipalaha, you can call it as javelin. Then Asi, all of us know, sword. And the Pattisha is called also halberds, is one type of weapon. By all these weapons, the Gana of Devi also started attacking the Asura Ganas. Nashayantaha Asura Ganan Devi Shakti Upa Brahmhita Avadayanta Patahan Ganaha Shankan Tatha Apare. Then all these Ganas of Devi started playing the conches, the drums, etc. This is what is meant by drums, etc. Binding noise of her avadayantaha. So played shankaha tatha apare. The ganas of the Devi played the bell, the mridangam, and other noise they made. The ganas means that is ends the meaning of that sloka there. Now we look at the next set of slokas, continuing the earlier sloka about the Nada Vadayan, what they played. There we saw Shankaha, Mridangascha. Okay, now let us read 55 to 59, then we will take it. Mridangascha tatevanye tasmin yuddha mahotsave tato devi trishulena gadaya shakti vrishtibihi khadgadibhischa shatasho Nijagana Mahasuran Patrayamasa Chaivanyan Ganta Swana Vimohitan Asuran Bhuvi Pashena Badva Chanyana Karshayat केचिद् द्विताकृधा तीक्ष्णै खड्गपातैस्तथा परे विपोतिता निपातेन गदया भुविशेरते वेमुश्चुकुच केचित् रुदिरं मुसलेन वृषं हताः केचिन्निपतिता भूमौ भिन्ना शूलेन वक्षसि निरन्तरा शरौघेन कृता केचित् रणाजिरे. So now the next mridangan cha tatha eva anye tasmin yuddha mahotsave. So it is here it is he is referring to as the rishi is referring the yuddha mahotsava, the festival of war. So in this festival of war, the ganas of the Devi played mridangaha etc. Tataha Devi Trishulena Gadaya Shakti Vrishtibihi. Then the Devi dispatched by her trident, by her gada and the mace, and Shakti is your Vajrayuta. So Devi dispersed all this, and what happened after that? Khadgadibischa Shatashaha Nijagana Mahasuran. So Devi Mahasuran Nijagana. Devi killed. Nijagana is the Kriya Padam. Devi Mahasuran Nijagana. Devi killed the Mahasuras. The plenty of Mahasuras were killed by Devi. How? By the use of Trishula, by Gada, by Shakti Vrishtibihi, Khadgadibihi. So all these are in Tritiya. Khadgadibischa Shatashaha Nijagana Mahasuran. Patayamasa cha eva anyan Ghantaswana Vimohitan, and others, some of them fell down only by the thunderous noise of the bell. Patayamasa, fell. Cha eva anyan Ghantaswana Vimohitan, getting confused with the power and the sound of the bell. Asuran Bhuvi Pashera Badva Cha Anyan Akarshayata. Some of the asuras, what the Devi did was Devi took and threw the noose around the head of these asuras and then dragged them on the earth. So you can visualize the amount of effort Devi was putting on the asuras. Bhuvi, on the earth, Pashena Badva, having tied with the noose, Sa Anyan Akarshayata, she dragged the asuras with the help of the noose. Then what happened? Kechit Dvidakritaha, some of them by using the simple weapon, she cut the asuras into two. Tikshnaihi Kadgapatehi Tatha Apare, and others were smashed by the blows of her mace, and they laid down on the ground. Vipotita Nipatena Gadaya Bhuvi Sherate, and by the fierce blow of the mace, many of the asuras fell down on the earth. Bhuvi Sherate. Vemuhu cha Kechit Rudiram. Vemuhu is again past Bahuvachanam here, is Vamaha, to vomit. So Vemuhu, vomited, Aparokshe lit. So Kechit, some of the asuras split blood or vomited blood. Musalena Brisham Hataha, who were severely hammered by her club. Musalena Brisham Hataha, Kechit Rudiram Vemuhu. Because of the effect of being hit by the blood, by the club, the asura started vomiting blood. Kechit Nipatitaha Bhumau Bhinna Shulena Vakshasi. So some of them having pierced Shulena by the Shula or the trident. Vakshasi Bhinna, the Shula having pierced the heart. These asuras fell down on the bhumi. Bhumau Nipatitaha. Nirantaraha Saraugena Kritaha Kechit Rananjire. And some of them got their heads cut off, some of them got their hands cut off, etc. And that the fierce battle is being discussed in this sloka. Now we go to the next few slokas of this chapter. Shenanukarina pranan mumurchurtridasardana keshanchit bahavas chinna griva tatapare shiramsi peturanyesham anye madhye vidaritah vichinna jangastvapare petururvyam mahasuraah एकबाह्वक्षिचरणाः केचिद्देव्याद्विदाकृता छिन्नेऽपि चान्ये शिरसि पतिता पुनरुत्थिता कबन्धायुयुधुर्देव्या गृहीतपरमायुधाः ननु दुश्चापरे तत्र युद्धे तूर्यलयाश्रिताः कबन्धाश्चिन्नशिरसः खड्गशक्त्यरिष्टिपाणयः तिष्ठतिष्ठेति भाषन्तो देवीं तिष्ठतिष्ठेति भाषन्तो देवीमन्ये महासुराः. So again, continuing the gory description. Gory is the very bloody description of the battle. It continues. In some books it is given Sheyanukarinaha. In some books it is given Shalyanukarinaha. So we will go with the Shenanukarinaha Pranan Mumuchuhu Tri Dashardanaha Keshamchit Bahavaha Chinnaha Chinna Grivaha Tatha Apare. So some asuras Bahu is the shoulder was cut. In some people, some asuras, the Griva was cut. Like this, the various parts of the body which has been cut, has been some of their heads have been cut, etc. Mumuchuhu, and some others were torn asunder. All this have been described here. Then it goes on. Shiramsi petuhu anyesham. Shiramsi petuhu anyesham madhye vidaritah. So their head and body or torso was separated. Vichinna jangaha tu apare. Some of their limbs or the thighs were separated and they fell in the Mahasuras fell on the Petuhu Urvyam, fell down on the earth by this. Ekabahvakshicaranaha Kechid Devyad Vidakrita. So by the attack of Devi, somebody lost one hand, somebody lost one shoulder. All this has been described here. One armed, one eyed, one legged, etc. And others, though rendered headless, fell and rose again. Chinne api cha anye shirasi patitaha punaruttitaha. So even though they were killed, by their heads were separated, but still there was some life in the body. Therefore, those body of the demons also still got up. Kabandaha yuyuduhu devyaha grihita paramayudaha. So some of them headless trunks. So even though there were no head on their trunk, but still they had their weapons in their hand and they had not lost their full prana, still they fought the Devi, is what the description is. Nanutuhu cha apare tatra yuddhe turyalayasrayaha. Some of this headless, this is a beautiful way of describing that how some of the bodies without, or the torso without the head, started dancing to the rhythm of the musical instruments which was being played by this Ganas. We just now saw that Mridangas, etc. we saw. So Nanrutuhu danced. So Nanrutuhu is a very famous word. Nanrutuhu danced. Yuddhe Turya Layasritaha, that the body of the Asuras danced in unison with the tala of the musical instruments, even though there was no head on the body. That is a beautiful description of how the body is dancing without the head. So that is Sloka 63. Kabandaha Chinna Shirasaha Khadga Shakti Rishtipanayaha. Kabandaha, the trunks of some other great asuras with their swords, spears, lances still in their hands. They started shouting, Tishta, Tishta iti. So wait, wait, or stop, stop. Pashantaha Devim Anye Mahasuraha. So other Mahasuras, even without their heads on the body, still continue to tell and threaten the Devi by telling Devi, stop, stop. Then we come to the last 4 or 5 slokas of this chapter. Patitairatha Nagashvaihi Suraischa Vasundara Agamya Sabhavat Tatra Yatra Bhutsa Maharanaha Shonitauga Mahanadyaha Sadyastatra Prasusruvuhu Madhye Chasura Sainyasya Varanasura Vajinam Kshanena Tanmahasainyam Asuranam Tatambika Ninye Kshayam Yata Vaiknihi Trinadaru Mahachayam Sacha Simha Mahanadam Utsrajan Dutake Saraha Sharirebhyo Mararinam Asuniva Vichanvati Devya Ganesha Taistatra Kritam Yuddham Tata Suraihi Yatesham Tutu Shurdevah Pushpa Vrishti Mucho Divi. Iti Swasti Iti Sri Markandeya Purane Savarnike Manvantare Devi Mahatmyam Mahishasura Sainya Vado Nama Dvitiyo Dhyayaha. So we come to the second end of the second chapter. Let us look at the Padachedam and Anvayam. Patitaihi Rathanagashvaihi Asuraihi Cha Vasundara Agamya Sabhavat Tatra Yatra Abhut Sa Maharanaha Shonitaugaha Mahanadyaha Sadyas Tatra Prasusruvuhu. So that battlefield was having so much of corpses, dead bodies, smell, blood flowing here and there, and it was unapproachable. Agamyaha, that battlefield between Devi and demons were unapproachable. Augaha, all of us know Gangaugaha, we have studied in our Prarambha, Pravesh, etc. Augaha is the waves. So Shonitaugaha. So here the Rishi is telling that there was a flow or wave of blood. Mahanadyaha. So instead of water flowing, you could see the blood flowing. Prasasruvuhu. Shonitaugaha Mahanadyaha Sadya Tatra Prasasruvuhu. You could see a flow of blood. The blood flowing, and there was a wave of blood, and there was a river of blood which was flowing, is what has been described. That much was the fierce battle. Madhye, so then Rathanagashvaischa Asuraischa Vasundara. It was not only human beings, it was Rathas, the chariots. Here in the context of Naga is your elephant. Then Ashvaihi, the context of horses were killed, elephants were killed, the chariots were thrown apart. And Asuras are also killed, so that bloods of all the elephant, the chariot was strewn all over the place. Madhye cha Asura Sainyasya Varanasura Vajinam Kshanena Tan Mahasuranam Tatha Ambika Ninye Kshayam Yatha Vahini Trina Daru Mahachayam. And the Devi by her force killed and destroyed, Ninye Kshayam, destroyed the entire battalion of the Asuras, just like Yatha. So here again it is Upama. Vahinihi, again Hutashanaha, Vahinihi is again Agni. Just like the Agni consumes. Trina Daru Mahachayam. So here Trina means your grass. And all of us know when the Agni is there, the grass catches fire very fast. In the same manner, here the Devi destroyed the Asuras just like fire destroys a huge heap of straw and wood, which destroys a huge straw and wood within no time, is what it is compared with. Sacha Simha Mahanadam Utsrajan Dutakesaraha. Now again we are going back to Simha. Saha cha Simha. So that Simha Mahanadam, so the roar of the lion is what is meant here. And the lion shaking the mane, and the lion thundering aloud with the quivering nails. What did that lion do? Sharirebhyah amararinam asoon iva vichinvati. So here also another upama is given. So amararinam asoon iva, and appearing to the vital breath of the bodies of the enemies of Deva has been taken out, is what in that battlefield. Devyaha ganaihi cha taihi tatra kritam yuddham tatasuraihi yatha esham tutushuhu devaha tutushuhu. So the devas again, tutushuhu means glorified or extolled the Devi. Pushpa vrishtim uchaha divi, and from the Swarga, divi is from the Swarga, the devas did pushpa vrishtihi. Nanutuhu, tutushuhu, and all are words which is again coming in Narayaniam. Tutushur munayo, Vavrushur, Kusumani, Surendra Gana, Tvai Nrityati Maruta Gehapate. This comes in our Kaliya Mardana Stotram also. The 2-3 word Nanrutuhu, Tutushuhu, etc. is coming there also. So this, thus the Devi having killed the Senas or the Mahishasura Sainya, the gods were happy and they showered Pushpa Vrishti and then glorified the Devi. Swasti itis Sri Markandeya Purane Savarnike Manvantare Devi Mahatmyam Mahishasura Sainyavado Nama Dvitiyo Dhyayah. Thus we end the second chapter. Now we go to the third chapter. Ata Tritiyo Dhyayah. So Sri Hari Gurubhyo Namaha. We will see the third chapter in the next module.